welcome or welcome back to Books and Bocadillos. My name is Maria Andrea, and this is day 4 of the 12 tags of Christmas. For this tag, I am tweaking a tag. I'll explain. I have chosen to do the end of the year book tag. I was tagged to do this tag by Pat at Book Chat with Pat. Thank you, Pat. The original creator for this tag was Ariel Bissett. I believe from what I read in Pat's video, she created this tag some years ago, and this tag was originally created to be anticipatory of the end of the year. I have tweaked it to be more reflective in tone. You'll see what I mean. So, question number 1 is, are there any books that you started this year that you didn't finish? And if so, will you carry them into the new year? So there are a few books that I've started this year. I'll start with Los Monstruos, Felice and the Wailing Woman by Diana López. I read this book. I picked this book up or started this book in October for the silent reading party that I co-hosted with my friend Marty at her bookstore. And this is my Halloween book. I am a little less than halfway through, and I would like to continue with it. I don't want to put it off for another 10 months. I don't want to wait for Halloween to come back. I am probably going to try to finish getting through this book slowly but surely. And if I don't get to it to finish it, it might be something that I really push through for middle grade March. I have also started Guilt and Ginatan by Mia P. Manansala, and I intend to finish this, and I'll talk more about this book in a little bit. For the Guadalupe Reinas reading event, there are a few books that I've started and will continue to push through until January 6th, which is when the Guadalupe Reinas event ends. And this is Claudia Piñeiro's Las Viudas de los Jueves. I'm also reading this with the group read, the Piñeiro Project. My friends at the Piñeiro Project on Boxer are reading along, and I finished it on audio, but I have this paper version that I'm still working my way through just to fill in any gaps that I may have had during my listening time with it. I'm really enjoying this book. I love Claudia Piñeiro's writing, and I can't wait to finish kind of like doing a read through of the paper version so that I can chat about it with the Piñeiro Project group on Boxer. And also for the Guadalupe Reinas event, I started, going back to this one, the Guadalupe Reinas event prompt for this book is a book that is a group read or a recommendation from like booktubers, bookstagrammers, people who are book enthusiasts. So this is my pick for that. And How to Read Now, essays by Elaine Castillo. I've started this book for the prompt, a book about reading. So I am really enjoying this book. I love Elaine Castillo's writing, and I love the way she is challenging what it means to read and why we read and how we read. So I cannot wait to finish this book so I can talk more about it. I have a feeling this is going to be a 5-star book for me. I have also started The Service Fairy, Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And this is for the prompt, a book about environmental hope. And I'm enjoying this book. I'm not very far in, so I think I'm in like the first couple of chapters through this book. I will continue to work on this one. So those are the books I've started that I'll continue with. Oh, one more. A book that I have going on my Kindle. Actually, two more books. Sangre en el Ojo by Lina Meruane. This book is also for the Guadalupe Reinas event, and this is for the prompt, a book by a Palestinian author or an author of Palestinian descent. Lina Meruane is, I think, Peruvian, but she is of Palestinian descent. And I just started it. I'm in like the first chapter. I will continue it into the new year till January 6th, which is when the reading event will end. And the other book that I recently got back from the library is one that I've been working on all year long, and my goal is to finish it before the end of the year. So it's not one that I want to carry over into 2025, and that is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. Next question is, do you have a book to transition you into the new year? Yes, I have two this year. So first one is Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk by Kathleen Rooney. I read this book for the first time last year, just before the new year. This was a buddy read with Melinda at a Web of Stories. We both really loved it, and I think we both agreed this is a book that we would continue to read for the new year. It's a good like end of the year into the new year read. So this is a great book to transition into a new year. So I highly, highly recommend. This was a 5-star read for me, and I'm excited to go back and read through it again for the new year. Another book that I have to transition myself into the new year is also for the Guadalupe Reinas reading event, and the prompt for this was to read a fanzine. I picked up Journaling About Journaling and Other Joys by Sugar Turtle Studio. I did a short about this. So this is the fanzine that I picked up. It's just a little magazine, and it's fun and colorful, and it's about journaling, the joys of journaling. One of my goals for 2025 is to start a reading journal and do some journaling. I took a journaling class with the organizers of the group Libros Before Tipos, and I was really inspired to do some reading journaling. And so I am going to read this book. This is a good transition book into a new year when my goal for the new year is to work on my reading journal. Next question is question number 3. Did you read any end of year new releases? Yeah. So the newest book release that I picked up was Guilt and Ginatan by Mia Pimenazala. This book was released in November, and I got it through Who's Books, an indie in Dallas, Texas. And this is book 5 in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series. I think it's book 5. I've started it. I will continue to work through it until I finish it, hopefully in the next few weeks. I think this is also going to apply for one of my Guadalupe Reinas prompts, and I think it might end up, well, we'll see. If I can fit it into one of those prompts, I will, but yeah. And question number 4, what are the last 3 books you read this year? So today is Saturday, and it is the 28th, Saturday the 28th. So as of right now, the last 3 books I've read are the reread, How to Be Eaten by Maria Adelman. So I read this book for my In Real Life book club earlier this year, and I reread it just a few days ago because I was having a change of mind and change of heart, and I wanted to give it another chance. So this was one of the last 3 books that I finished to date. And the other one is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I just finished this humongous read this week. So super excited to have accomplished this and have read this book for the first time in my life. I'm really glad I read this book. It was amazing. Totally amazing. And the last three books that I've read this year, I'm counting this one. I'm almost done with it. I think I have like an hour or two left on the audio. And this is Olive Again by Elizabeth Strout. So I'm almost done with it. I think I'm going to finish it this weekend. So this is why I put it down as one of the last three books that I finished so far. Well, that I expect to have finished this year. That might change if I get anything read after the weekend. I think the Olive Again book I might finish by the latest Monday, but I'm really close to the end. Question number 5. Is there a book you read in December that unexpectedly became a favorite of the year? Well, I finished this one in December, and it's definitely a favorite of the year. But I think that this one, by Elaine Castillo, How to Read Now, is one that I've started in December. I don't know if I'll get to finish it before the end of the year, but I think if I do, this has the potential to be a favorite of the year. And yeah, I think this one is one that I've started, and I think if I finish it this year, it's going to be a favorite. Thinking if there are any other books that I've started that I think are going to be a favorite. Again, this one, Les Miserables, definitely a favorite, but I didn't start it in December. I've been reading through it all year long. Question number 6. What are your reading plans for next year? So for next year, I am hosting the Books and Bocadillos book club. It is the first time that I host a book club on my channel, and I'm really excited. I've curated a list of 12 books, one a month, and it's all different genres, different kinds of books, different authors, like different walks of life. So I'm really excited. I really try to pick a like broad range, like so it's not all one genre or one style. It's just a little mashup of different styles, and I'm really excited for like every book that I selected for the year. It just so happened that all of the books I selected are written by Latina authors, and that's not something that I planned, just happened that way. But it's something that I hope to continue. If all goes well this year with the book club, it might be something I want to continue in coming years because I have so many books on my TBR that I can't wait to read. So many new authors, new Latinx authors that I want to discover, and I would like to share my journey with you. A little plug about that. So I've posted in my community post that if anybody has any questions about the book club, about the books that I have selected, or anything related to the book club or the books, please feel free to drop them. I am hoping to compile any questions that do come in and do a video, like a Q&A video, just to help answer any questions that anybody who's planning to participate or is on the fence about participating and want to know more information. Just want to be very like engaging with you. So drop them in either the community post or in this video, and hopefully I will get everything compiled and we'll do a Q&A video soon. I also have a Discord, and that link is in my community post. I'm also participating in the project hosted by Angelia. She's amazing with titles. So she named her reading event Endless Drama, and this is a year of reading plays, and she's picked 2 plays a month. I am really excited for January. It's Pygmalion and RUR, and I'm looking forward to rereading Pygmalion and RUR. I've never read, but I would like to. I'm also really looking forward to continuing reading along with the Bard Room. In 2024, I've kind of dipped in and out of it, so I haven't read every play that the Bard Room group has read. The Bard Room is a channel or a thread on Discord hosted by Melinda at A Web of Stories. A couple of the plays that I'm looking forward to for January, we're reading Antony and Cleopatra. I know one of the plays that we planned for reading in 2025 is A Midsummer Night's Dream. I think that's in June. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm just curious to see what other plays Melinda draws from her tin box for the year. The Classics Project. Melinda from A Web of Stories is also hosting a Classics Project. And I told her that there are a couple of books that she's planning to read this year that I want to read along with her. And I think the ones that I mentioned to her are The Haunting on Hill House by Shirley Jackson and The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. And I think there were a couple other ones. Okay. Angelia from the channel Read and Reread also introduced me to Ben Reads Good. Ben from the channel Ben Reads Good, and he has created a challenge, a year-long challenge, and I checked out his announcement video. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to trying to read through and hit all those prompts. Also, I think Ross from Skelly Dangling Around the Books and Katja are hosting a reading event or a reading group, reading around the globe, and I hope to do some reading with them throughout the year. I'm also interested in Historathon. I've always wanted to participate, kind of start thinking like, yes, I can do it, and then maybe get overwhelmed or forget, or just something happens and I don't get to, but I would like to. I love history and I like reading about history, and I think that it would be a lot of fun. I think Historathon was created by Vin, Revenant Reader, and there's a whole group of co-hosts. I know Deb from the channel Rainer Reads is one of the co-hosts, and Mark at Book Time with Elvis is another co-host for this event. So it's reading history and reading in good company. So I enjoy all their channels, and I'm looking forward to trying to be a part of that reading event. For buddy reads, I have a couple of buddy reads scheduled with Melinda. One of them I can't remember, but Melinda from Web Stories and Web of Stories and I are reading The Girl with the Louding Voice, and I believe we're reading this in February for Black History Month. There was another one that I think we planned for later in the spring, and I cannot remember. Melinda, please remind me what that book was that we're supposed to be reading later in the spring, maybe in April. And I'm continuing with the Piñeiro project. I really love this group of friends, and cannot wait to continue reading. We are finishing up Thursday Night Widows, Las Viudas de los Jueves, and then moving on to Elena Knows, Elena Sabe, and just reading through all the works of Claudia Piñeiro. Okay, question number 7 is tag others. I'm not going to tag anyone. I've tweaked this to make it more reflective. I hope you've enjoyed. this more reflective tone for this tag. If you want to do this tag, I think it's kind of a good way to just get some of this yearly wrap up thing done, at least in part. And I'm glad I am doing this tag today, and I hope that you enjoyed, and you're welcome to tag yourself if you are interested in doing this tag. Thank you so much for watching. Hasta la próxima.